Hello. Here's my thought. The fish in this pond get fed every day, so they're swimming all lazy and serene. But the only reason they're kept here is so that they can one day be used for food. But the fish don't know that, so they just swim around happily. It's a bit of a miserable thought. But aren't soldiers much the same?
That's kind of a cruel way of
Greetings,
thinking.
Professor. Nothing to report. Ferdiad is a city with a long history that goes back to before Fargus gained its independence. I'd like to visit that place at least once before I die, but I'm afraid I have my own work to attend to. It's hard being so dedicated. Ah well, I'll go there for some leisurely sightseeing once Fodlan knows peace.
Hello there. This one, yes? I thank you. This one, yes? I think 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 this one, yes? I thank you. This one, yes? I thank you. Return soon.
Hello!
Hello!
Will
How
this
are
one do?
you?
Tell your friends!
No. Oh, right. She wants to.
No sale. A class reunion on the battlefield? That's bleak. That must have been so hard on everyone. You gotta keep looking after them all. I mean, they still look to you for guidance, you know?
No.
If you manage to take back Ferdiad, it'll make it a bit easier for us to do business. Taxes in the Fargus dukedom are ridiculously high. Makes it hard to even think about trading. That Cornelia woman, what does she use that ample tax money for anyway? From the Empire's perspective, I suppose it makes sense to squeeze the former kingdom territories for all they're worth. But if they throw those territories into total ruin, doesn't that defeat the purpose of conquering them?
Yep.
Professor?
Yeah, it does.
Maybe. I don't feel like I can just forget all the awful stuff he's done. But if His Highness is owning up to his past and trying to move forward, I figure I can give him that chance. We've been friends since we were kids. I'm gonna be there for him all the way to the end.
Professor, I really caused trouble for you, didn't I? I am so sorry, truly. I am also eternally grateful to you. Now, it's time to go to the kingdom capital. I hope that you will lend me your strength once again.
How is this? Everyone is saying His Highness is back to his old self, but I do not think that is accurate. What he was until recently is what he had been for as long as I've known him. So tortured by his compassion for the fallen that it had driven him mad. He has always been too kind to be king. He has always felt too much for the weak and the dead. That is exactly why I look up to him.
True. Dimitri's completely changed. Or maybe I should say he's finally back to normal. Either way, I'm glad he's come around to the idea of retaking Ferdiad. With our current troops, there's no way we could handle the Imperial capital. We wouldn't even get past Fort Mercius.
How is this?
Maybe.
Agreed.
Oh,
I can still hardly believe we managed to win against numbers like that. Oh, unless the real me is lying dead in Gronder and this is all just a happy dream.
Hello.
We buried Lord Rodrigue's body ourselves. There wasn't time to do things properly. It pains me that I was unable to take him home to his territory. Once this war is over, I'd like to hold a proper funeral for him. For now, we need to focus on taking back Ferdiad. All will be well eventually. I know we can win.
Oh. Okay.
Definitely.
After that great battle earlier, the balance of power in Fodlan has shifted greatly. To get revenge for all our fallen friends, we'll have to stake our lives on the fight that lies before us.
So we're turning around and heading for the kingdom capital? Ridiculous. Tell him to cease this nonsense. Isn't there a saying in Fodlan? Something about those with power knowing how to use it? If he's not careful, the goddess will send her saints to smite him. Not that I believe that.
Jeez. Dude?
Sir, I've come to deliver vegetables we harvested in the village to the monastery's dining hall. Because of the season, I couldn't really pick that much. But I wanted to help you guys out, even just a little bit. We're busily planting seeds, so when things start to grow, I'll be back.
Of course, Raph is
You know
here.
when you work your muscles and they start screaming? That means you gotta be nice to them. If your muscles are hungry, you gotta feed them. And let them rest when they're tired.
You can tell how your muscles feel?
Of course. If my muscles hurt, then I hurt. If they're hungry, well then I'm hungry too. What's with the confused face, Professor? You look like you don't get a word I'm saying.
I don't. Actually. Oh boy. Huh. Huh, well.
Oh.
Professor? Dimitri hated the Empire with a fiery passion. At Gronder, driven by fury, he sent many good knights to their doom. Now he appears to be freed from that hatred. If he can make thoughtful decisions, unswayed by his emotions, he may make a fine king someday.
Kings are only human.
No, they are not. A king must strive to be a king first and a human second.
Okay.
I agree that we should head for Ferdiad, but let's not forget our search for Lady Rhea. The soldiers from the church are going to set up a base at the Great Bridge of Murden. They'll be able to keep up the search while we head for the kingdom capital.
The kingdom capital. It's been way too long since I was there last. Oh, Professor, I didn't mean... it's not that I'm looking forward to it or anything.
You don't have to hide it.
Please don't tease me like that. It's just, when I think of us finally saving everyone in Ferdiad, it makes me a little happy. Okay, maybe a lot happy. The kingdom capital is under the tight control of Cornelia, who was ennobled by the Empire. Judging by what we heard from Lord Rodrigue, it sounds like she's a tyrant. But all of that ends soon. Let's get there quickly.
Gotcha.
Say, up until a few decades ago, Ferdiad was a disorderly city. Even the water supply was poorly constructed. As such, it was a hotbed of sickness and disease. The late king hired a researcher named Cornelia, who advised that he give top priority to improving the city's infrastructure. In the space of just a few years, the city was transformed into a place of beauty and order. At the same time, the diseases that had plagued our land loosened their grip, one after another. It was miraculous.
Hmm.
Hello there. Definitely.
Okay.
Who's around this corner? Ah, Cyril.
Oh, yeah, guess what I noticed? I can see further than most other people can see. But I can't figure the point of seeing further than an arrow can fly, since I can't shoot what I see.
You detect enemy movements in advance.
I suppose I could see a whole horde of enemies coming and run away. That's kind of useful, at least. Thanks, Professor. I think I get it now. I'm gonna put my eyes to real good use.
That's that's. I don't play online.
Hey, you.
Anyway, I was born and raised in Fargus, but I've never actually been to Ferdiad. Do you think it'll still be cold at this time of year? I can't even imagine.
Ah, we should prepare for the cold.
You're right. It's an important battle, so let's make sure we're ready for anything.
Only two, huh?
Standing face to face with those whom I went to school with. On the field of battle. How inhuman war is. How horrifying. My heart feels shattered. It is my hope that this war marks the end of such foolish behavior.
Agreed.
Yes.
So many people died in the battle at Gronder. And here we are, preparing for the next battle as if nothing happened the day before. It's almost easier to think about war as theater, with the stage an entire continent.
Really does seem like theater.
Even if an accident happens on stage, the next day you have to sing as though nothing happened. Everyone just pretends like everything is fine, focusing on their role in the play.
Hmm.
I never used to care whether I lived or died. But after seeing so much death firsthand, I now realize how precious life truly is. I'm ashamed of how arrogant I was to think that death could mean so little.
All right, Felix, you're up, buddy. How are you?
He'll need to excel as a leader if he's to make up for my old man's death. Though if my father could see Dimitri now, he'd be glad to have made the sacrifice. Don't you dare tell anyone I said that.
Secret stay with me. Don't worry. No one will ever know.
Well, there are stories of heroes' relics 1,000 years ago, of which we have no real evidence today. So many, in fact, that I'm led to wonder if those relics are nothing more than legends. Especially since we know of relics like those passed down in the families of the 10 Fodlan elites.
What of this? There's a school of sorcery in Ferdiad, which is staffed by the top minds of magical research. The study of crests and sorcery should not be separate. I've often thought I should pay them a visit someday. I never imagined I might end up invading the place with an army, though. Not how I imagined it at all.
Well, there's a lot of things you just can't imagine that will happen.
Hey, you.
There's something else. It seems we will soon set foot in Ferdiad. I used to live there, you know, though that was before my time in the Officers' Academy.
Were you a traveler?
That's right. I was enrolled at the School of Magic there for a time. Trouble within the kingdom forced me to return to Alliance lands. There was much I had yet to learn.
Huh.
The battle at Gronder Field was gruesome, wasn't it? But perhaps it's irresponsible to look away, to close our eyes to the horrors of war.
I agree.
As survivors, we must ensure that all these lives were not lost in vain. We must see the tragic foundations upon which we'll build our future. May an age of peace rise from the ashes, so that all this sacrifice means something.
Taking back the land of home has the most importance. That is why I am fighting. All for my land of home. Actually, there is more. I am also fighting for you, and for everyone here.
Edelgard, Claude, His Highness, all the house leaders from way back when, assembled again at Gronder. I wonder what their thoughts were as they headed out to the battlefield.
I mean, you can ask them.
Wounded at Gronder Field. What do you think is going on in the Empire now? The Leicester Alliance has really suffered a blow as well. Who knows what will become of them? From now on, we have to pay close attention to how the rest of Fodlan is doing.
I am very grateful to you. I could never have achieved this on my own. This is all thanks to you and Lord Rodrigue. This month, we will invade Ferdiad by way of the Fraldarius domain. Leave the negotiations with House Fraldarius to me. You make ready for the actual battle. It is a tricky business, but we are taking our first steps forward. I have a request.
Find some flowers and give them to Gilbert as a gift. Oh, sure. We'll do that here in a second. We got 4 more people to talk with. Ah, come on.
Fighting with 3 different groups in the mix was as confusing as it was difficult to survive. Enemies and allies dying, one on top of the other. What an absolute mess, huh? If only I had my infirmary out in Gronder. Maybe I could have saved a few more lives.
Maybe.
Professor, if we're headed to the kingdom capital, that means we're further away from rescuing Lady Rhea. But it can't be helped, can it?
Nope.
Perhaps some people will question this decision, but I trust your judgment. Lady Rhea would want us to help in Ferdiad. She'd scold us if we rescued her and left innocent people suffering.
And Sedith.
It seems we are headed for the kingdom capital this month. The Church of Seros stands ready to lend its aid to you and Dimitri. It may be a roundabout route, but I believe this path will still eventually take us to Rhea. Besides, saving the people of Fargus is just what she would want us to do.
Awesome. Okay. All the talking's done. Do. Come on. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, wait, there's still one person we need to talk to.
I need to be speaking.
I think this month we will invade. Leave the is a tricky.
Wait, what? Oh, give them to Gilbert as a gift. I should have paid attention to what I got, what I found.
This month, leave the is a tricky. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Ah, Hilda. Up in the... Okay.
Ferdiad, huh? I've always wanted to go there. But I'd rather be visiting for fun and during a warmer season. And going into battle? Not exactly an appealing prospect. Hey, I'm just teasing. I'll do what I can to help. I'm just so relieved that Dimitri is his old self again.
So am I. So am I. Wow, this been crazy. Ooh boy. Let's take a look at my supports. Who do I still need to? I still need to talk with. I don't really. Dimitri. You still need one more support with Annette. And one more with Lane. Felix, you need just one more with Mercedes. Sylvain is done. I think, right? Lane? Yeah, done. Annette still needs one more with Dimitri. We need to work on her and her dad. Her and dad. Ingrid. I think she's maxed out with it. Yep. She's maxed out with everybody. Bernie. Bernie's maxed out. Petra. Petra's maxed out. Thea is maxed out. Today's 6. Okay. He's done. Ash. Done. Do. Okay, so Dimitri, Felix, Annette, and Mercedes. And that's it. Yeah, that's it. Oh, also, Flame. Flame still needs to work with Dedu and Felix. Dimitri, Dedu, and Felix. That could be interesting. Also troubling. Alright, well. We sort of know who we need to start dealing with. Next, I think we're just gonna... I need to see about excuse me. I need to see about Still haven't gotten any Xanadu fruit. Or still haven't gotten any Xanadu treasure fruit, so. Anyways. What if I can get the defied fish? That would be great. +1 to 3 stats, that's great. The fish, +2 to dex is great. Oh, Angelica gives +1 magic. Oh, well. I realized that. On a cake. Oh. Distance. Okay. Interesting. All right, a lot of this stuff I'm gonna worry about probably actually tomorrow, because I gotta go with that. Thank you guys for coming out to the stream. Hope you had yourselves a fantastic time. This has been. We finally have Dimitri properly back. Yay! Now we can actually go through and finish up with our supports. So 5 chapters, guys. 5 chapters. 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22. And then we're done. So it's like 6, maybe 7 more streams. And then we're just completely done with it. Wow. That also depends on how many if we, I don't know, that actually also depends on Saturday and Sunday, since those are like since those are essentially 6-hour streams instead of the normal 4, like pop on 2 hours early. Well, I'm liking this so far. We are getting closer to getting back into BG2 throwing a ball. Well, guys, this has been fun. So thank you guys for watching. We will pick this up tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I will attempt to try and do my well, I'm still deciding if I want to do a bunch of goldfish fishing or if I want to go for the mystery fish. I mean, I probably could just go for the mystery. But that'll end up causing me to fish during the stream. That would end up taking a lot of time. Well, that's something I don't particularly actually want to do to you guys. I actually want to get that done beforehand. But, we do anything else? I mean, something I suppose I can do is, actually, I probably could just do that. Just go through the month? No. Then I would actually be taking out some, like, probably some important stuff. So, possible important stuff. So we'll leave it at that. Oh, wait, actually, we'll talk to them. So I just want to thank you guys for coming out to the stream. Hope you had yourselves a fantastic time. And if you're new to the channel, hello, my name is Zircon. I'm an everyday variety streamer. Currently, as you can see, streaming Fire Emblem 3 Houses. And we're getting closer to the end of this. We're getting closer, guys. One more week. One more week. And then we're probably done. We'll most likely actually jump back into Baldur's Gate 2 Throne of Ball expansion. Try and finish that. It won't be a continuation of my previous run. It won't, well, not like a full continuation, but doing so, I'll find, hopefully all the bugs were gone, because it was a bug that really kind of ended my run. But I'll be happy to get back to it. And there is going to be definitely a bunch of differences to the run compared to my actual run. But mostly the same. Mostly the same. So as for what's gonna happen is, yeah, so far it's like, yes, like you can probably get I'll rule it as we're gonna be playing throwing a ball come when we're done with Fire Emblem. Most likely. Most likely. So if you do wish to see throwing a ball, go ahead and check my Twitter page. I have my poll pinned up on my page, my Twitter page, so you guys can go ahead and give yourselves a vote, see what you want, see if you want me to play throwing a ball, or if you want me to play something else, we can do that. Other than that, guys, if you guys are interested, go ahead and press that follow button. It would help me out and help you guys out for letting you know when I go live. Hopefully, Twitch. Also be very supportive if you did. And I also have a YouTube channel for you to go to check out if you wish to go do that. Go ahead, see what you like. There's a lot more other content going on. Very much, I mean, a lot more content. Other than that, guys, thank you for watching. And as always, chat, stay active and stay connected. And I hope to see y'all next time. This is Zircon, signing out. Bye, y'all.